Congress is looking to take action after the tragic flooding in Texas.
Whew, what a relief. Did you guys hear that? Congress is getting ready to take some action. I mean, really? Come on. Some of us have been trying to take action for many, many years now, actually decades now. Oh, there's a congresswoman out there that's been trying to take action. Florida been trying to ban some of that action, you know what I mean? Picking up what I'm putting down. But how could they possibly do that if it doesn't exist? I am surrounded by morons every day, but I keep praying for you.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is targeting weather modification. She announced on X, introducing a bill that prohibits the injection, release, or dispersion of chemicals into the atmosphere for the express purpose of altering the weather.
Wait, what did he just say? What did he just say? Mom, hurry up, come here. There's a conspiracy theorist right here on the old booby tube. Hurry up, come check him out. He's delusional. He's wearing a tinfoil hat and everything. He's talking about weather modification and rainmaker. It's like all that voodoo stuff. He's into witchcraft, Mom. Come get him. There's a conspiracy theorist on TV, on the boob tube right here. He got the tinfoil hat on and everything. What? Wait, you guys heard him too. You did, didn't you? Huh, could have sworn I heard him.
We must end the dangerous and deadly practice of weather modification. We must end the dangerous and deadly practice of weather modification. Now, one of the techniques under the umbrella of weather modification is cloud seeding. It's an experiment that dates back to 1946, and it's now especially widespread in Texas, covering about 1/6 of the state, spanning 31 million acres. Designed to help a cloud produce more rain, and here's how it works. A chemical compound, most oftenly silver iodide, is used to form small crystals that are put into clouds. It's usually by a drone.
Wait, what?
Small crystals that are put into clouds, it's usually by a drone. Increasing rainfall anywhere from 5 to 20%. States use cloud seeding to produce rain in areas that are experiencing drought. It can also help generate snow. It's been used in history, by the way, as Operation Popeye in the Vietnam War. Now, my next guest is an expert in this field. He's also been the center of a lot of controversy since the flooding in Texas. And here's what he has said in the past about cloud seeding.
If you have the right kind of radar and you fly in a zigzag, right, or in a circle, or in your initials, and you only see precipitation on the radar in your flight track, it is definitively man-made because we flew in this zigzag or we flew in this spiral and there's only precipitation occurring.
Whew, let me tell you what. I was getting a little worried there. I was like, I don't know what we're going to do. We're losing it. We're going to lose everything. Thank God we got the youth that we have coming up in this world. It's going to save us from this storm. That actually has a brain, a nugget or two in their head. Praise the Lord. Did y'all hear that? This guy's a genius. Thank goodness we have our future leaders all lined up. I am so looking forward to this. I'm lying now. It's me. I'm the one lying. I'm just saying, though, at least I'm honest. Like our world.
They did that in Idaho in 2017 multiple times.
Rainmaker and their cloud seeding operations on July 2nd, just days before the deadly Texas floods. Now some are questioning whether or not that flight played a role in the floods. CEO of Rainmaker Technology, it's Augustus Dorico. So let's start with what cloud seeding is.
So cloud seeding is a technology that was invented in America in the 40s for the sake of creating more water in times of drought, be that in the form of enhancing snowpack or water and rain to recharge reservoirs or aquifers that are being depleted. Now, cloud seeding often gets conflated with another technology that's called solar radiation modification.
Man muss allerdings unterscheiden, vor 3 Jahren war es
Where, oh where have I ever heard this before? Think, Lisa, think. Oh wait, I know. It was me. I was the one. You heard it from me. That's right. And about 200,000 others that weren't snoozing and losing. You know, you picking up what we're putting down, or threw at you while you weren't looking, or didn't catch it. It just bopped you right upside the head there, now, didn't it? Yep, sure did. It sure did. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Another technology that's called solar radiation modification, or SRM. SRM is a proposed technology that's beginning to be experimented with. It's not nearly as old as cloud seeding, but SRM is a proposed technology to inject reflective particles into the stratosphere to block some of the solar radiation and then cool the planet down. That is altogether and totally different from cloud seeding. Cloud seeding is a water supply tool with localized effects and a long history that we can talk about the safety data of. SRM is something relatively new that would have global and climatic implications rather than just effects on local weather. And then there's this third thing, which is chemtrails or contrails.
And I'm tired of screaming the truth to all of you, and you have your earmuffs on like 2-year-olds going, I'm not listening, blah, 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 blah. Grow up and wake up, please. And thank you, at least I said that nicely. Pretty please? Yeah, probably not working. Oh well. Till next time, because I'm going to keep trying. You are welcome. Bye.
Now, regardless of whether those are condensation trails or chemtrails, and I am entirely open to people presenting evidence of them being chemtrails of some kind.
In your company's most frequent usage, putting silver iodide into clouds, you've studied silver iodide, you know the effects of silver iodide. Is this safe?
After decades of cloud seeding operations, because Rainmaker is not the first one to have done this, right? There have been companies since the 50s conducting cloud seeding ops, and it's had no adverse ecological or agricultural impacts.
Okay.
Y'all, it is time to use those beautiful noggins that God gave you. If in fact it's not too late and the heavy metals haven't completely taken over. But here's a thought. Detox, detox, detox. And detox from your social media pages that tell you lies, from your news channels that lie the hardest, and detach yourselves from being dependent upon a system that was never your friend and was actually your enemy and lied to you this entire time. 1 + 1 = 2. It's simple math. It truly is. I'm just saying again. I say a lot though. None of you ever listen anyway, but I'm going to keep trying.
Now, I want you to please address a larger question, which is one that is somewhat broad and perhaps even religious. But are you playing God? Are you messing with things that you shouldn't be messing with when it comes to the weather?
My intention is to serve God. I think that in Genesis 1:26 through 28, and then throughout the Psalms and the rest of the Bible, God tells us to take dominion over and steward creation, both for our sake, creation's itself, and then to honor Him, tending to and stewarding the world. And if we weren't to do that, if we were to ban cloud seeding wholesale, despite knowing that it's safe, despite knowing it could help alleviate these problems, we'd be abdicating our God-given responsibility to be stewards of the world.
Wait, what the crap did he just say? Mom!
Okay, let's address whether or not it's safe now and apply it to what you were doing on July 2nd in Texas. This is a very emotional moment. People are upset. Children, hundreds died. The question is whether or not Rainmaker, cloud seeding on July 2nd, contributed to storms that occurred on July 4th. Did it enhance? Did it intensify what we saw some 36 to 48 hours later?
Unequivocally, our cloud seeding operations on July 2nd did not impact the flooding that occurred later. It was a tragedy. But in cloud seeding on the 2nd, one, we are regulated by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, where if there are National Weather Service flash flood warnings, then we cannot operate in those areas. Meteorologists actually proactively suspended operations a day before the National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning. The precipitation that we induced, right, like the very best operations can produce tens of millions of gallons of precipitation over hundreds of square miles. That is de minimis relative to the remnants of the tropical storm that came in and dumped trillions of gallons of precipitation.
So you were able to produce, in short, something like this much rain, and the flood itself, the storms themselves, it filled up a 20-foot pond, an Olympic-sized pool, 20 inches of rain. And the question is the silver iodide that you put into the atmosphere localized to one cloud, capable of remaining in the air, and as a new storm system moves in, supercharging that storm system? Could that have happened in Texas?
So supercharging, no, absolutely not.
Remaining in the atmosphere, no, not that either. When you seed the clouds themselves, when you disperse the silver iodide into it, and then it precipitates, that aerosol, that particulate precipitates down and out. If you were to just disperse aerosol into open air, then it could persist longer. But one, we were seeding clouds rather than dispersing it just in the open atmosphere.
Wait, what did he just say? Did he just say that they're not being dispersed into the quote unquote open air and only within the cloud formations? Because last time I checked, the clouds up there are in the kind of open air. I am just saying. I mean, what, do you have like this application that says, do not color outside the lines? You cannot go anywhere past the cloud formation, you know, just in that. And when I spray and I just blast it out the butthole of my airplane, it's just going to stay right there in the cloud formation because I mean, I'm dying to hear this. Like, how did you do that? How did you decide that it was just going to stay right in the cloud formation, which, by the way, is just supposedly water droplets, you know, not in a solid mass by any means, but definitely up there in the open air. All right, SpongeBob Squishy Genius, I can't wait. Actually, I don't want to hear it. I don't. I'm tired of the lies. And you guys should be tired of them too, because that was redonk right there. I mean, I am just saying. Gosh.
And two, any amount that would have remained in the ensuing days and hours from our operation would have been so radically diffuse that it have been lower in concentration than just the background dust.
So it either produces rain within an hour or two, or it dissipates within, I've heard you say something like 12 to 20 hours, meaning some 36 to 48 hours once the storm moves into Texas, your silver iodide would no longer be part of the equation?
All right, I'm going to just go out on a limb here and take a wild guess. None of you have ever heard of this young man, have you? Did you know that this young man is all of 27 years young? And did you know that this young man seemingly is completely unaware that silver iodide is a heavy metal? And I don't know about you guys, but I certainly know, because I've had grandparents that died from dementia and Alzheimer's, and I've had friends, family members that have passed from the same thing or are suffering from it now. And we all know that that is caused by heavy metals, you know. It's nothing else, didn't used to exist. And all the strange cancers going on these days, and people just waking up one day with these new emerging illnesses. The list goes on. The list goes on and on and on. So the point is, heavy metals, they're being sprayed all over this earth, everywhere. They're being sprayed everywhere. And then we all wonder, like, gee, I'm getting so forgetful lately. Yeah, me too. You know, like short-term memory loss or brain fog, like there's no tomorrow, or just shakes all the time, or ringing in your ears. Don't tell me you haven't noticed this. There's a lot of little things that kind of came together and made a perfect storm. But you're going to have to dig for it. You're going to have to dig for the answers. But they're not even hiding the answers from you anymore. The funny thing is, they're flat out saying it. Hello. Right after I was especially said all this, wasn't even 6 months later, your government's coming out saying, oh yeah, there are little something's up in the sky. Sure as heck are. Or better yet, yeah, there's those little trailings, but you can't say the word Kimberly in front of it, because that right there, that's a trigger word, as are, you know, the Kimberly Trails is a trigger word. Conspiracy is a trigger word. There are so many trigger words that you guys have been literally brainwashed to listen to, believe in, and it triggers you to immediately become defensive. Oh no, but you did there. You are crazy. That's what you tell us. The last laugh is on you, because it's out in the open, and it's been on you the whole time. Secretly, all of us already knew. We just didn't have near the hateful spirit and souls that you guys did to treat us as you did. We had to hold ours in with the pain and the hurt, but the know how that, you know, we're going to get through it. And good luck to you, because we tried and we're still trying. We try every day to tell you. Yeah, we're not going to stop. We're going to keep trying. But my friends, the time is near. Wake up. Wake up. And I say this with all the love in my heart, every last bit of it. But please wake up. Oh, hurry, come here, hurry over. Come on, there is a conspiracy theorist right here on the boob tube. I heard him, I see him, he's got the tinfoil hat on and everything. He's talking about weather modification, all the voodoo doo-doo stuff. I'm telling you, he's right here. I mean, he's lying, Mom. He's delusional. Or is he? I mean, maybe, or is he? You know, is he? I mean, is he? I'm just some questions you should maybe just ask yourselves. Just saying. Okay, good talk.